Hi guys, hello my beautiful co-creators. Um, Today I would like to share what I've learned from reading the book The Law of Success with Napoleon Hill on self-confidence. I think a lot of us sometimes, lack of self-confidence, and I thought that this story would really kind of, bringing it home to you, on how powerful it is, and so important, to be confident in whatever you're doing. So the story goes, it's like a tramp. Basically, it comes back to when Napoleon Hill was a character analysis in his office, and one day he had a tramp coming to his office, and this man had a book. This tramp had a book in his hand uh, that were called Self-Confidence, and he tells Napoleon that someone has basically dropped the book onto his feet, a couple of days ago, and he thought that, and he read the book, and he was so amazed, and so profoundly touched by the book that he said to Napoleon that he was about to kill himself, to commit suicide, until he read that book. And so now, what was bringing him to see Napoleon, he asked him to see the man that wrote the book so that he could ask him for a job. And so Napoleon Hill says to him, well, very well. First of all, I would like you to basically tell me the story. Tell me the story, your full story, your full-on story, before I can see if I can help you. And so he basically tells his whole story of how he became a tramp. He basically, in the First World War, had a manufacturing company, in which he lost all his fortune because of the First World War. And so he was so heartbroken because of losing everything, his whole wealth, his whole fortune, that he basically ran away from home. His wife turned his back on his wife and his children, and basically ended up in the streets. And so Napoleon looks at him and says, "All right, I see. I'm sorry, but there is absolutely nothing I can do." And so the tramp was just literally slumped himself into his hand and started crying. And then Napoleon just said to him, "But there is someone that can help you. If you allow me to introduce you to that person." And then the person, the tramp just responded by saying, "Please, please, I'll do whatever it takes. Just take me to that man." So Napoleon takes him by the hand and literally take him into another room, where there's a door with curtains. And so he opens the curtains, and there's a mirror. And so Napoleon says to him, "Here is the man that can help you. Unless you really, really look within and just learn of who you are, learn who you are, there is nothing anyone else can do for you. It has to come from within." And so the tramp just opened his eyes and literally touched his beard and literally understood. He understood. And so he said to Napoleon, "Thank you anyway, thank you." And so he walked away. And Napoleon thinking, well, he was thinking that basically he helped him realize that, it all comes from, like within. But in his head, he was being pessimistic. Napoleon was was saying in the book, he says, "I didn't think that little lesson would have impacted him, but it did. because a few days later, Napoleon was walking in the street, and he saw the very same person, the tramp, like all dressed up in really good clothes, and literally just did something with that lesson. He went out and he literally got himself a job that was paying £3,000, a month. That was a lot, back in, at that time, like at the time of, I think probably it was in 1930s or something. And that's the beauty of the story. That I think is fantastic. So what I encourage you to do, guys, is just to look at yourself in the mirror and just practice self-confidence. You can do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. I mean, I look at myself a few months ago, I was petrified of doing videos. But I'm totally in my element. I'm looking forward to do videos. That's amazing. How when you just practice self-confidence, you look at yourself and you keep saying words, auto-suggesting words to yourself, saying, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And you listen to great stuff, like great audios, personal development. It's just incredible how you develop that self-confidence so rapidly. And so look at yourself in the mirror and just believe you can do it. Whatever it is, if you want to write a book, you can do it. You can do it. Wherever you want to create, provide freedom for yourself and your family, you can do it. I know you can. I hope that was a cool story. And until the next time, namaste.